to think that I should. The scriptures told me that I had to be good. Now I love 'cause I want to. I love because I am free. Blinded by the Spirit. The Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me every day. The Spirit of God is upon me. It's on me. The Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, I don't need any prodding. I don't need any law. Wanna sing with all my heart. God is my all in all. Let go of my burden. Loving God has made me free. Blinded by the Spirit. Oh Lord, the Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me every day. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me. I thought it was my duty, thought it was my job. Somewhere I believed that loving God would be hard. But loving God is wonderful. Loving God is ecstasy. Thank God for my freedom. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me every day. The Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me.
Opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one.
Yes, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Ahava Center for Spiritual Living. Ahava is the Hebrew word for love, and we gather together every Sunday knowing that love is
Always the answer.
You got it. I am Reverend Rainbow, your co-spiritual director, along with our founding minister, Reverend Soni, who is in Asheville this morning, supporting that community, and along with our staff minister, Reverend Cynthia. Yes, we welcome you here this day, this beautiful, frosty Sunday, right? Thank you for making it out despite the cold, because you know you can always warm up in the love in this room, right? If you are joining us online, we give you a special shout out this morning. Thank you for being a part of our virtual community, whether you are down the road in your jammies or whether you are across the world, we welcome you. Please say hello in the chat. Let us know where you're tuning in from today. Don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe button so your friends can know what you're up to. And that goes for you in the room as well. We invite you to take out your phones, check in on social media, take pictures, video clips, all of that to share the love, yes?
So who are we? We are a conscious community committed to curiosity so that we can provide a loving space for everyone that is here. Sorry, lost my place. So that we can be reminded of the truth of who we are.
Why is yours in such tiny font? Why mine's a bigger font than yours?
That's why I'm having an issue.
Maybe because I don't wear the glasses I was prescribed. Sorry. We are a conscious community, as she was saying. Go on, Cynthia.
So we are an open and affirming community. So whoever you are and wherever you are on your spiritual path of discovery, you are welcome here.
Yes.
So I invite you to turn to someone that is close to you, or maybe someone you don't know so well, and put your hands over your heart and tell them, thank you for being a reflection of me. Thank you for being a reflection of me.
Yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Beautiful. And we have a powerful vision and purpose here at Ahava, and I invite you to repeat after me. We are an inclusive community.
We are an inclusive community
Committed to global transformation.
Committed to global transformation
Through personal evolution.
Through personal evolution.
And our purpose, let's do it together. Wake up, step up, and make a difference. That's right. What is today's affirmation?
Our affirmation today is, I am grateful for all of my journey. And let's say that together. I am grateful for all of my journey.
Yes.
So if you are a guest here joining us for the first time, we especially welcome you. Just to let you know that your presence makes a difference in our life. So if we have any first-time people here, we invite you to raise your hand or stand.
Welcome.
And someone for our core council will be coming by to give you a gift. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, so we invite you to join us after service for coffee and tea in our community room, and we love to get to know you more, as well as those of you who maybe your second or third or fifth time or 200,000th time, like Patty. We can all have a chance to gather after service and get to know each other more, yes. We have several things going on, y'all. We're approaching the end of the year, that sacred time of year of activity. And first, I just want to acknowledge, for those of you who may not have been here a few weeks ago, when Reverend Soni announced she is stepping down, retiring from her position here as founding minister at the end of the year. So we, of course, want to celebrate her and all that she has created, this beautiful community. We are here because of her following her vision and her guidance. So we have the opportunity to celebrate her on December 29th. We are having a retirement dinner at the Main on Main. It's a beautiful restaurant on top of the Chase Building, downtown Lexington. Beautiful views of the city. Come together, honor Reverend Soni. What you need to do, though, is get a ticket, because it is a ticketed, plated dinner, and you can get your tickets in the bookstore after service or online. Also, we have the opportunity to celebrate Reverend Soni on Sunday, December 18th. That is her final Sunday because we are not having service on December 25th. So that is just creeping right up on us, y'all. So Sunday, December 18th, you will want to be here as well for a special service, Reverend Soni's final talk. I'm not going to say final, but her last talk as she officially retires. And there, of course, will be cake, because we all know how much Reverend Soni loves cake. So mark your calendars for December 18th. Be here in service December 29th. It's a Thursday night. Buy your tickets. Also, remember, no Sunday service December 25th, but we are having a service Sunday, January 1st, New Year's Day. It is our special Burning Bowl service, and you will want to be here for that. And our favorite annual event is our Mini Pass One Light candle lighting service. It will be right here in this room, December 15th at 7 p.m. This is a week earlier than we usually do it, so make sure you pay attention to that date, as I quizzed you last week. When is the candle lighting service?
December 15th.
Yeah, a few of you remembered. And it's at 7 p.m. right here. All right. We have a number of ongoing events as well. Make sure you check your email for your newsletter and the website for that. But I did want to mention that there will be no Wednesday night meditation this Wednesday, as it is the day before Thanksgiving. I think that's all of that. Tell us about our holiday support this year. What's our project?
Yes, our holiday support program this year is the Kentucky Refugees Ministries. You will find this sheet by both of the doors. There's a large list of things that they need, but even if you can just purchase one item, will help somebody that has nothing. So we are gathering the different things in our pantry room, and also I have a box out there for that. The Kentucky Refugees Ministries provides people from over 12 different countries with getting used to our culture, teaching them English as the first language, helping them with their paperwork and citizenship, along with many other programs. So we will be collecting this until December 11th, so I will be delivering everything on December 12th. And I know we have so many wonderful shoppers in here that love to shop. I got you covered. If you go to the website or even on here, there are some links to Amazon. So you can shop online to be able to make your donation there. So we'd love to have those donations to go to the Kentucky Refugees Ministries. And also, I did hang up some of our What Are We Grateful For? There's still a couple more out there on the counter, so go ahead. If you haven't filled one out now, fill one out, and I'll get that hung up as well.
Beautiful. Thank you, Cynthia, for your work on that and always leading our annual holiday support project as well. So important. Let's give some love to this band, y'all. Hey, hey. We have our music director, Joe Chanquina, also on bass. We have Lauren Dechtenberg on keys and doing the reading. John Dittert on drums. Our featured vocalist today is Kim D'Amata. And Mr. Jeff Watts, keeping it down on the soundboard. All right, so I invite you now to take a deep breath. As we anchor in, moving into our centering song and our opening prayer, which today will be led by our practitioner, Patty Cooper.
Loving Spirit dwells in me. This is my divinity. As within, so without. All I need is here and now. Where there's error, let me love. May I have no
loving spirit right here, right now. I know absolutely that there is only one life, one energy, one source of everything. And today I know that one as power. I know it as joy, and I know it as peace. And knowing that that is the truth of the one, I know it has to be the truth of me, and it is the truth of each person hearing my voice right now. I know too that this gathering is blessed. I bless our ministers, Reverend Soni, Reverend Rainbow, Reverend Cynthia. I bless the musicians. I bless every hand and heart that created and sustains this amazing center of community and love. And I let it be by saying, and so it is.
Loving Spirit dwells through me. This is my divinity. As within, so without. All I need is here and now. Where there's air, let me love. May I have no fear. All the power, all the glory, I surrender. Let it be. Loving Spirit dwells as me, now and evermore. Today's reading is a poem that you might recognize. It's by Robert Frost. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both, and be one traveler. Long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. Then took the other, as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear, though as for that, the passing there had worn them really about the same. And both that morning equally lay in leaves, no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference.
Child of this universe, the ocean dances at my feet, the wind plays a melody through my hair. I am loved at every turn. I am kissed by Mother Earth. I am a child sun warms me in its embrace. The stars have aligned for me in the sky. I am honored by all life. I am held by Father Time, and every blade of grass, and every shaking leaf on a tree, every mountain top sings of the glory of God moving through me, moving as me. I am a child of this universe, and through my breath all of life can breathe. And I plant the seeds with my every dream. I can love at every turn. Give a kiss to Mother Earth. Yes, I am a child of this universe. I greet the God in each face. I am a channel for peace to flow. Oh, I honor all of life. I am one with Father Time. To every blade of grass, to every shaking leaf on the tree, to every mountain top, I sing of the glory of God moving through all. Ooh, moving as me. Ooh, moving as you. Moving.
Ooh, so beautiful. Love that song, Faith Rivera tune. If you don't know Faith Rivera, look her up. She has a website where you can find out all of her beautiful music. And she is, I had the opportunity to meet her when we lived in Hawaii. She is a native Hawaiian, and I believe she lives in California or somewhere now. But she continues to bless us with her music for sure. And thank you, Kim and the band, for just bringing it to life today. So our theme this whole year is Living Everyday Wonder. And then each month, we are looking at a different kind of topic or area of our life. So this month, November, we are focusing on home. We've been talking about what is home. We have perhaps a physical home, maybe a hometown, maybe a spiritual home, many different definitions of home. And last week, we talked about how home is truly that place where we experience a deep sense of belonging, a sense of acceptance of who we are. And in an ideal world, our physical home or our family home is that place where we get to grow and learn and discover who we are, embracing our messy lives and our authentic, imperfect selves. But we know that that is not the reality for all, if not many. Most people can describe and tell you the essential elements of a healthy and happy home, but there are far fewer who can say they actually experience that in their home environment. Statistics of abuse and neglect are staggering, not to mention the emotional abuse that often goes unreported, yes? And this childhood pain and trauma, if unhealed and unresolved, can impact people well into adulthood and affects many areas of our lives. And this week, as we approach Thanksgiving and the holiday season, we enter into this time where a lot of that unhealed stuff gets to come up as we are confronted by perhaps going home or being with family and people we haven't seen in a while, and in a place where perhaps people don't see us for who we know to be today, right? Because we are always learning and growing and evolving, and yet sometimes when we return to those places of our upbringing and origin, people still seem to see us as that little Johnny or little Bobo or whoever, right? So it can be a time for stuff to come up. And at the same time, it can be an opportunity for relaxation and connection with friends and family as we gather together and eat a lot of food. You all right? Okay. All right, well, back there is a shady spot by Kyle, if you like. So as we get to gather together, we can experience the joy, the connection, and it also evokes kind of a mix of emotions, right? We might feel sadness or grief, anxiety, fear, anger, as visiting home can remind us of those we have lost, those that have died, or those who have left the family for one reason or another. And it may bring up some of these, dysfunctional dynamics that often occur in families. So, many of us, it's kind of a time of year of mixed emotions. It's a very vulnerable time, a place where our hearts, as they say, home is where the heart is, right? But our hearts are also easily bruised when we are in that vulnerable place, yes? So all that being said, you're like, where are you going with this, Rainbow? I'm feeling real sad right now. Well, all that being said, just acknowledging what is first, yes? What if we were to approach this holiday season differently? What if we were to embrace curiosity and wonder with a willingness to be a catalyst for healing within ourselves and our family? What if we were willing to be that catalyst of healing within ourselves and our family? So that leads us to today's topic, which is HOME, H-O-M-E, as in an acronym. So let's look at this and break it down. What if HOME was actually healing opportunities manifest everywhere? Healing opportunities manifest everywhere. It is this place where our BS, our belief system, comes on full display, and we have the opportunity for transforming those old patterns and revealing wholeness and new possibilities for our lives and our families. The task is to face our own stuff when it comes up. And this is known as the initiation phase of the hero's journey, right? That kind of mythical journey that we all experience in our life. And it is, you see in stories all around us, this hero's journey, where the main character must face challenges that forces them to confront their own insecurities and fears and doubts in order to emerge victorious. So it's necessary to experience this in order for transformation to occur, that of psychological and spiritual maturity. There's a lot of nuance to this, right? It could be easy just to kind of ignore and not want to talk about the past or certain things, even though the emotions are bubbling within us, and we just smile and get along because we don't want to, we like to keep the peace. But for us to actually transform and have an experience of growth and new possibilities within ourselves and within our families and whatever communities we're involved in, we must face those hard things and be willing to be that catalyst for healing and transformation. And honestly, if we didn't have those challenges in our lives, I said before, I think life would be pretty boring. We wouldn't have the opportunity to grow and learn and discover more about ourselves and discover our own strength and power of what we are capable of. Physically, yes, but also emotionally and spiritually. When we are able to walk through the fire, so to speak, then we see what is possible and we get to embrace something new, a new expression and a new understanding of ourselves as an expression of the infinite. Dr. H.O.M.E, the founder of the Science of Mind teaching, says, a common question is, why all the suffering, the sorrow, the pain? Why has tragedy accompanied the journey of humanity? He goes on to say, there is no other way through which true individuality can evolve. One must be let alone to discover themselves. And that brings me back to that imagery of that beautiful poem that Lauren read for us this morning, right? We must be left alone to discover who we are by taking that path less traveled and all the trials and tribulations that may come through that, but to know who we are by being willing to face adversity and remain solid and grounded in the truth of who we are. Some of you who may follow me on Facebook saw a couple of weeks ago, I had the opportunity to go hiking with my daughter Cadence, and it's one of our favorite things to do, and it's been such a busy season that I barely got out to hike this fall, and we missed the leaves by a little bit, but it was still a gorgeous day. And we went down to Berea hiking the Pinnacles. And we did one path that we've done before, right? With kind of the straight up path to the first lookout. And it's beautiful. Well, going back, it's like, I don't really want to go back the same way, right? Let's do something new or different. So we were kind of looking and exploring. We could go this way for another way, or we could go that way. And we kind of talked about it, and we're like, okay, let's go this way towards the West Pinnacle, and then that will loop us back down. So we get going, this is great. And I thought that I had been there before. I had done this hike before with some other friends. I think Cynthia might have been there. And there's a certain point where we get, and we kind of hike up on a little rock and look out, and I thought that was the West Pinnacle. So I thought this is where we were going, and that it was somewhat familiar territory, but one I've only done once. So Cadence and I go, and we get to that point, and I recognize it. I'm like, okay, yeah, this is it. And then I see a guy kind of coming up through these rocks and around here, and I look at him, and I say, is that the path? And he's like, yeah, it's awesome. There's even some climbing involved. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, let's go. So we start to go, and he was not kidding. He was climbing up. Well, we were going down in the fall leaves, super slippery, holding on, so it's like these little crevices of rocks, and did a lot of booty scooting, mostly just sliding down in the leaves, and woo, where's this going? And woo, where's this going? And there was a couple of points where I was like, hold on, let me go down a little bit and look and make sure this is the path. And then, you can still see me, but stay there because I don't want to have to go back up and find the right path. So she was scared, right? And she was moving through some fear. And I was moving through a little fear, but I was like, we just got to keep going. It's fine. We got this. And we forged the path forward. We get through that really kind of, difficult time, and then it's just kind of a normal path again, and we're walking, and, we go for a bit, and once, as we're kind of starting to walk, and it's now all of a sudden it's just feeling like this long path. And she's like, are we ever going to get home? Are we ever going to get home? And I'm like, babe, we got water, we got food, we got plenty of daylight, we will get home. It's all good. I know the path isn't endless, right? But there's those moments in our journey, right, where we get through something difficult, and then all of a sudden we're like, are we ever going to get home? And then we kind of literally turn a corner and start to kind of head back down a little bit. So I'm like, okay, I know we're on that path back, that trajectory. And then the kind of endorphins kick in, right? And Cadence was like, I'm so glad we took that path, and that was so much fun. And we had the opportunity to talk about, how like fear and anxiety are kind of on the same spectrum of emotions. Fear and excitement, sorry. And so the excitement we feel of doing something new, of proving to ourselves that we can do something challenging, creates that, that release of dopamine and endorphins and all that come, and as well as the feeling of satisfaction of like, I did that, right? I did that. And she's like, I want to do it again. When we get to that point where you could go back up to her and she's like, I just want to do it again. I'm like, yeah. And then it's literally like 2 minutes later, she's going, pick me up. And then I'm like, okay, aren't you glad we didn't do it again? I do better for that. But I say this to say that what if we were to experience life in this way? To try on this idea that we are fully equipped for all the obstacles life presents. That we have within us everything we need for this journey of evolution. That everything in our experience has brought us to who we are today. We can't change the past, but we can choose how we move forward. We can choose to accept the experiences simply for what was. It is what it is. And not attaching any meaning to who we are based on our experiences of the past. Something that we label bad may have occurred in our life, but it doesn't mean that we are bad or wrong or anything less than holy, holy, perfect. We get to choose to recognize our wholeness despite any seeming circumstances or stories that may tell us otherwise. We can recognize that everything we need for this hero's journey, this thing called life, already exists within and around us as this universal presence. And we can move forward with faith and trust that we have what we need to prevail. And in that, we develop a resilience that allows us to thrive in the face of adversity. Carl Jung says, I am not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become. So I don't know about you, but for me, my life's path, my journey has not quite been a straight line, right? There's always been something within me kind of pulling me towards something, guiding me. But the journey of experience of life has many ups and downs and twists and turns, just like a flight path, right? If we were to fly from here to Los Angeles, the plane doesn't go in a straight line. It's constantly a process of course correcting, right? So it's kind of like, back. So there's always the vision, and it kind of goes like this, but we will eventually get there. The same way as our life leads us, and we have, this wonderful opportunity to choose different paths in our life, which create that fertile soil for something new to grow and to develop. And I know for me that, I wouldn't have it any other way. Yes, there are things that have happened that I can look back and say, well, if I didn't make that choice, I would be here today instead of here. That's just a mind game, right? That's just the ego trying to, make you not feel as good about who and where you are today. So I invite you not to get trapped, in the seduction of the mind, looking back and saying the what ifs or the regrets or, all of that stuff, because it didn't happen, so who knows? And what we know is through all of that, we are never truly lost, because we are always at home with our own being. In moments, we may forget who we are, but in time, we will always return back to ourselves and to the center of our being, knowing that within us there is always that something that knows. Something within me knows. It's like walking a labyrinth. I love that meditative practice of walking a labyrinth, and there's a new labyrinth at Wellington Park, I believe it is, outside. That's beautiful, and we've had the opportunity to go there. But if you've ever walked a labyrinth, you get started, and you kind of go in the middle, and there's the center, right? And you're like, great, I'm heading towards the center. And then you follow the path, and then all of a sudden you're kind of on the outside, and then you start winding back to where you're near the center again. And then you kind of go on the next little part of it, and all of a sudden you're on the outside again, winding. Near the center, okay, am I almost done? You start winding. When you're kind of in this third section, you get close, you're like, okay, right? The ego mind will be like, all right, I'm almost to the destination. I'm back to the center. And then again, it takes you all the way to the outside before you find yourself back in the center and then the path to exit. So what if we were to not make these twists and turns of life wrong? What if it is a perfectly orchestrated, divine pattern of wholeness that we always wind up in the center? On page 290 of the Science Mind textbook, I feel like get out your textbook and turn to the book. I'm just kidding. But if you want to look it back later, it's a great chapter. On the Science of Mind textbook, H.O.M.E says, in mental work, we must realize that there is one infinite mind. Declare every day that no mistakes have been made, none are being made, and none can be made. There is one supreme intelligence which governs, guides, and guards. So notice, though, that he didn't say there are no mistakes, like denying the experience that we make mistakes. Instead, he said to declare there are no mistakes. This is an exercise he's presenting to expand your consciousness and your awareness, to move into a place of willingness to believe that every part of your journey, of your evolution, has value. So when we declare that no mistakes have been made and none are being made, nor none will be made, it shifts our mindset to move from a place of regret or resentment or shame, to move to a place that there is something within us pulling us forward on this trajectory of life that is wholeness. We are always revealing wholeness through the opportunities of the twists and turns of life. In nature, we see a great example of this, knowing that everything has value. There is no waste in the natural world. Even worm poop becomes compost to nurture new growth, yes? So what if we were to think about our lives in this way too, that all that stuff that has occurred is simply compost for something new to emerge? We are evolving towards something. And what we know is that in this process of evolution, of accepting all that has occurred and not making it good, bad, right, or wrong, not making it mean anything, but just simply acknowledging and accepting that in this compost, in this fertile ground, this place of sometimes chaos, that something great is emerging. And it is in those greatest moments of chaos and destruction that the greatest leaps of possibility can occur. So not just incremental change, but a leap of possibility can occur in the moments of chaos. And we're seeing that in our world right now, are we not? And there's so many opportunities, not only in our own life, but in this, collective consciousness that's being outpictured as the chaos. Whoosh, a leap of possibility can occur, and it will occur. So this week, whatever home you may find yourself in, whether you are traveling, visiting with family or not, you have the opportunity to remember that your true home is within. And also be gentle with yourself and others, because we don't know the life path, the twists and turns that others are walking. Be gentle with yourself and remember home. Healing opportunities manifest everywhere. Embrace curiosity and wonder. Notice your feelings, what emerges, and then ask, what is this trying to tell me? Are you perhaps on the brink of shifting your BS, your belief system, through what is occurring in your life? Is it an invitation to go deeper? Is it an invitation to transform an old belief that no longer serves your highest good? Is there an opportunity to change your perspective and thus your perception of reality? This is the core of the work and the opportunity for healing and expansion in our lives. And lastly, remember that we, Ahava Center for Spiritual Living, as your spiritual home, healing opportunities manifesting everywhere, are here for you. If stuff comes up for you around the holidays or whatever is moving in your life, we are here to support you in remembering the truth of who you are. You can call upon myself or other ministers or licensed spiritual practitioners to pray with you, to affirm the truth, to vision with you. Whatever support you need, we are here. You can lean into the spiritual tools and practices and spiritual principles that we teach to move lovingly through those growing pains of your personal evolution and expansion, stretching beyond what you thought was possible, even for your own life and the collective. So remember, the greatest leaps of possibility come from the greatest moments of chaos. So let's leap with love into this holiday season, shall we? All right. Yes. Let us affirm and pray together. Taking a nice deep breath. I just feel called to ring this. Again, a nice deep breath. Knowing and recognizing the one life that is wholeness. This one life that is love, that is divine order, that is grace, peace. I recognize this cosmic isness, this universal presence as the one life, as love, as peace, as joy, moving in as and through all life, for there is only one. And as I know that this life is love, is peace, is order, I know that this absolutely is the truth of who I am. And I speak this word as the me that is the we, for all of us, knowing that love is who I am. That I am whole, perfect, and complete. I move forward embracing all of life, knowing that everything is unfolding perfectly. I invite in the love, grace, and peace to guide me as I choose to show up with curiosity and wonder, being that catalyst for healing within my own life, my family, and the world. So grateful to allow this divine presence to inform who I am, to lead, to guide this wandering ship called life, embracing all for what it is, accepting and moving forward into the infinite possibility of life, claiming and knowing that expansion is occurring right here, right now. Knowing that infinite possibility resides right here within my center, that I am never truly lost. I can always choose to come home to that place within that has never been hurt, harmed, or hindered, to the divine essence of who I am, that is love, that is peace, that is freedom, that is wholeness, to that place within my own heart and soul where I deeply love and accept myself for all that I am. I get to be me freely, fully, moving through this world as an extension of love, and knowing that love is always the healer. Love is the healing force in my life, leading and guiding me in all of my actions, words, deeds, decisions. I am anchored in, guided by love, and reminded that love is always the answer. So I just take a deep breath, accepting this truth. So grateful for the fulfillment of this word as I release it into the action of the law that always says, yes, 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 my beloved, it is done. And it is so. And so it is. So it is. Yes.
In this moment, in this place, I remember who I am, letting fear and worry fall away from me. I'm opening my eyes and see there is only love. There is only love. is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love.
Beautiful. I invite you to turn to someone and affirm home. Healing opportunities are manifesting everywhere. Say it. Yes. All right. So, welcome home to those healing opportunities. So we now get to move into our time of circulation, of flow, our offering. We are going to pass the basket in the room. You can also give online. If you're watching via live stream, you can click on over to our website. There's a give button there. Or you can text the word give to 859-209-6996. Or mail in your gifts as well. So many opportunities to be in the flow of giving and receiving this day. And we get to do this as a community, so I invite you to repeat after me. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I joyously contribute to the vision of Ahava, knowing it returns to me multiplied abundantly. And so it is.
God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Love is my source. Love is my power. Love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Love gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need. Rainbow, it's like you planned your talk with this song. It's amazing. Hold on to me as we go, as we roll down this unfamiliar road. And although this wave is stringing us along. Just know you're not alone. I'm gonna make this place your home. So settle down, it'll all be clear. Don't pay no mind to the demons, they fill you with fear. Trouble, it might drag you down. If you get lost, you can always be found. Just know you're not alone. It's gonna make this place your home. Don't pay no mind to the demons, they fill you with fear. Oh, the trouble, it might drag you down. If you get lost, you can always be found. Just know you're not alone. 'Cause I'm gonna make this place your home.
Everybody. Today we finished up our month of gratitude and gratefulness and being thankful. And Naila and Cadence would like to share our affirmation.
I live my life in gratitude.
Yes.
Live my life in gratitude. Remy here would like to tell us what one of our projects was today. What do you have in your hand?
A gratitude jar.
A gratitude jar.
Cool.
And tell us a little bit about the gratitude jar, Nuri.
It's about like every day you write something on this piece of paper that you're thankful for.
Yes, love it.
So every day they have slips of paper, they have their crayon, no excuses, parents, and their call is to write something every day that they're grateful for from that day or in general, because then when we're feeling kind of down and funky and sad or whatever, feeling bad about life, we go to our gratitude jar.
Yes.
What else? Our last thing that we did today.
We took this piece of paper.
Well, what did we read first?
We read this book
Called
Grateful Kids. And we wrote 3 things that we were thankful for and how it made us feel. And then we drew something we were thankful for and how it made us feel.
to kind of get the ball rolling. So happy Thanksgiving if you celebrate. Safe travels from us and the youth. Thank you.
Yay! So just a reminder that practitioners are available to pray with you. We will have prayer right here after service, or you can fill out a prayer request and leave it in the prayer box or online. And don't forget to get your tickets for December 29th to Love Up and celebrate Reverend Soni. You can go to the bookstore right here. Also in the bookstore, you know, if you started your holiday shopping, this may be a good place to pick up some things that not only do we have beautiful art made by many community members and jewelry and cool things, there's also the wonderful books to help support your friends and family and this evolutionary journey of life, right? So check out our Stepping Stones bookstore and get your tickets, and let us stand now as we bring this service to a close. I invite you to repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening to me right now. It's this thing called life. Life is in my mind. Life is in my body. Life is in my affairs. I accept it. I am it. I share it. Just the way it appears. And just the way it appears not. Thank you, life.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. 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 Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. We want to thank everyone for coming out today and for watching online. Safe travels if you're going to be on the road this week. And if you're not, come on and see us. We will be here, service as usual.